All right, I wanted to review a Bible I just picked up, the Reverend George Leo Haydock Note Edition, the Douay Rheims Bible, an excellent Bible, one that I was on the fence about picking up for a number of reasons that I'll be getting into, so hopefully you guys can get something out of this. I will link it down below if you guys do want to pick it up. It's a little expensive. There's an affiliate link, so if you guys help support me in the channel, if you guys use that link. It's got some plastic sealing that was a little kind of dirty, but that was no problem once I took it off, some later publications. And I want to compare this to it was actually my mom's Bible that was from the 50s that she got. My dad used this a lot, so it's really worn in and broken in, and it's a Douay Rheims also. They just don't make Bibles like this anymore. A lot of pictures and commentary, excellent commentary, pre-Vatican II, where they just don't hold back. And I just want to compare this to this Reverend Leo Haydock version when you're kind of opening it up, just as far as the size and how big it is. You actually can get that papal edition on eBay, which is actually a great Bible. But I wanted to show you that the print size is very good comparing it to another old family style Douay Rheims Bible. Now here's a shot of the cover. People are worried about that all-seeing eye there on the right. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Great little cool cover, but just simple in the back. There's nothing on the back. There you see the Laredo Publications logo. Again, Haydock Douay Rheims. And this was the biggest concerning point. On Amazon, there's a review for this. This thing is not cheap. It's like $129, and the review said this thing was glued and not sewn in. And I was concerned too. I actually did call the Laredo Publications. They confirmed that it was sewn in. And what gives it away, I had to kind of look into this because it looks like there's a layer of glue, but that's not really what's counting here. Those little notches there kind of signify and show that is a sewn-in bound Bible. So that is big. And here's Ascension Press's first edition of their Bible that was glued in. You can see you do not have that. That was a big issue with them that they actually later corrected. Opening it up, you can see here's just kind of the insert. Falls nice and flat. Kind of a thinner type of, really thin type of Bible page. This is not a Bible I would say you'd want to mark up. I'm definitely not going to, and I'll get into that a little bit. I don't want to spoil this too much, especially the intro as far as the history of this Bible and where this kind of commentary really came from. You are not just getting Reverend George Leo Haydock's commentary. Certainly it's a lot of his stuff, but you're getting a lot of other early church fathers. There's tons of commentary. That's really what you're paying for. Even if this thing was glued, it probably might even be worth the cost just of the contents of what's in here. So a lot of great, you see here, Decrees and Council of Trent, great introduction, great preface, just a lot of great information, again, on the history of how this Bible came to be, because this was originally sent out in pamphlets that then were essentially bound by another company earlier on, or just Catholic families could choose to kind of get these bound somewhere. But basically, I won't spoil that. Great information of how this Bible came to be, and thankful it's still in existence. You can see there's some little pictures, and now we're getting into some of the contents here. You can see most of each page is heavily on the commentary. The actual Bible print itself is very big, and if you can really see that in the video here, but very big. There's print there. But if we start going back and forth in the commentary, you might start getting a little bit of a headache because that's a little small. It's not too crazy. But I'm showing you guys here Genesis, I believe it's Genesis 3, Genesis verse chapter 3, where we get into she will crush the head of the serpent, which is different. It's instead of he crushes the head of the serpent, and Douay Rheims uses he. But I want to show you the commentary where this is of many examples that if you go in the commentary, Reverend Haydock really stresses the importance of having proper interpretation, understanding of the Bible through church authority, church tradition, being a Douay Rheims coming from the Vulgate, and they really stress that. So it's very interesting that if you, like again, my parents' Bible from the 50s, pre-Vatican II, how much they really stress the importance of not just reading the Bible from proper authority and proper translations of the Bible, but also the really big importance of reading the Bible reverently. And that's the thing I would stress a lot. Since getting this Bible, I'm reading a lot slower. I can comment and put some references down below about great reasons why you want to read a Douay Rheims and why it's important. I was not a Douay Rheims only person, but now I'm pretty much sold on that, honestly. At least definitely reading it and relying on it to a certain extent. But I digress here a little bit, guys. Sorry. So here is just some maps from the middle section here before we jump to the New Testament. See, there's a map of the Vatican, and it's got your standard kind of issue of an area to kind of log things like in births, deaths, baptisms, stuff like that. I wish there was a little more involved. I wouldn't say it's a true family Bible. It's definitely one I would display, or I'm displaying in my house. I'll take out, and I'm definitely reading this one, but not a whole lot of heavy emphasis in this area. It's just kind of thicker pages than the thinner pages, but that's in there, so that's nice. But where this thing really shines, if it isn't obvious, is in the commentary, is in the study notes. I find myself, like I said, reading this a lot slower than I traditionally read a Bible. I'm not going to mark this thing up. I just read a lot more reverently, a lot slower, and then jumping back and forth to the note section. And it just does read excellent. I think it's, as I said, it was kind of harder to read in the commentary. The actual big font is very easy on the eyes to read, and it should be. It's a very big Bible. Now, you can see great introductions aside from just the commentary down below. But then when you get to towards the back, there's an area here, see useful table of references, directing the reader to the Catholic truths. And this is this is from the 1800s, I believe. And you can see even then, nothing's really changed. They're still hitting on the same points that are very important that Protestants like to fight against. There's things in there about scriptural references to confession, references of where the Bible supports relics. So there's different things that Protestants are confused of what Catholics kind of teach, and just showing where we get these things from the Bible. So nothing's really too different. So great, really, I love this little section here. And then towards the end of the Bible, you start getting this Catholic Bible dictionary, which is excellent. Tons of pictures, tons of information. You can really get kind of lost in here. It is like stepping back in time into an era where there was no filter as far as holding strong Catholic virtues and faiths, and just putting it right out there. And I love reading. It's refreshing to read. Commentary is excellent. It's just so good. And it's just really so surprising that a Bible this old can be so awesome. Compared to even modern interpretations of what we have at our disposal. So excellent commentary. Highly recommend it. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them for you.